Welcome back to Pickleball Car Talk. I'm your host, Sam Morris. So I was talking with a friend last night, and I think I sometimes get overwhelmed with how many different ideas I have to help pickleball grow in the community and just overall, and especially kind of what I started this whole Pickleball Climb 5.0 idea was to try to get higher level people to play with. Right now, the number of true 4-5 plus players, I feel like, is very small, at least in this area of Maryland. And to get a game with more than 4 good people is a lot of work to get everybody to agree on a location and a time and a day, and then have to rely that all 4 of those people can make it. And if one drops out, then you're kind of short. So that idea of getting organized high-level play on a regular basis, so that you can really work on your game, really fine-tune things that are a little more advanced that you can't really do as well with players who aren't getting into those same kind of patterns. So a lot of the advanced game is at the kitchen, but if you're playing with people who refuse to play soft enough and patient enough to get to that point, then you won't get the reps that you need. So I'm playing with the idea of trying to organize those high-level games where maybe 8 of us, 4 or 5 plus players, can get together and play with the goal to get better. So maybe do some real training drills in the beginning as our warm-up, and then play some games, working on strategy, mixing up with different people, seeing how it is to play with some new people that you may not otherwise play with, and finding maybe, hopefully, some people that you can play with in tournaments. So that's kind of where I was thinking of starting for that, but I'm not sure what a good area is for Montgomery County, Howard County, Northern Virginia, Frederick. Those areas seem to be surrounding Montgomery County. So, would people be traveling or willing to travel and pay to play in these organized high-level events, I guess, for lack of a better term, where you're both training as well as playing? I find that training is good, and it's more beneficial in terms of getting reps, but it also does not lend itself to teaching you to see those patterns when you have all 4 people, when you have those bigger angles and more angles to look at and more things to read as you're playing. A big part of it for me is when I have the time to assess the situation, where we are, where the opponents are, where the ball is, and make a good informed decision and execute on that shot. That's when I'm at my best. So I can't get that same information when it's just 2 people. When it's just me and one other person, I know the ball is always coming to me, right? I know it's always going to them, and it makes it easier. So I guess those are my thoughts for some high-level play in the hopefully near future, if we can find somewhere to go and play and enough people to do it. Thanks for listening.